here, and they're going through things and getting rid of stuff. And so today I ran over and I said, if it's not too weird for me to ask this, since my daughter is trying to move and since we have to pack up for the remodel and get some stuff out of the way, would you mind if we took all your empty boxes off your hands? And they were like, no, take it away. So she's gonna be bringing some things over this evening. So if I have to go in the middle, I'll just do that and then we'll come back and resume the video. That's probably more than you care to hear about, but anyway, that's just how my day has been. So it's taken me a while to get organized today, but anyway, let's get to it. I'm so excited. Okay, so the first one that we are going to do, let's see. All right, I have this one with the roses. I have two with that rose. I guess that's what those are, cabbage roses. I want to make sure the patterns go. This one looks like a pocket. Oh, here, this is the one I was kind of looking for, but I want a big square one. What do I have that's a big square? Goodness, I have all kinds of things. So the one that's in the upper left-hand corner is this paper, but this is not the same size. This is the same size as the one below it with the bird. And this is the same size as the one in the upper left-hand corner. And actually the papers are reversed. So what I will do is just start with those two. And just, since the sizes are reversed, we're gonna just kind of reverse what we did on each one. Let's move this out of the way. I just have so many ideas in my head right now, and they're all just really wanting me to get them out of my head. I had gone to California, as you know, and helped my niece move and had some great time with my friends and with some family. And then we've been helping our kids to have clean out days, and we're going tomorrow to help them do some painting. Tomorrow from when I'm filming, but not from when you see this. Anyway, so there's just been a lot going on, and I think what happened is that because I was away, it just kind of got me re-energized, and then I'm just doing a lot of creative things, trying to redecorate here and help her do stuff. So I wish I could just sit down. I've got so many ideas just happening in my head, as I said. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. So let's see, first thing first, this is a pocket. Let's start with that, and that went into my lap. I always like to round the top corners. That just helps me later so I don't accidentally turn it sideways and use it for a tag. This one's also a pocket. I'm gonna do this. I have to say my dog hates it when I do this. The clicky noises here with all the punches. She just really gets annoyed with me when I do that. And then she goes and hides. I don't know why. I don't know what happened to her in a past life, but she does not like it. Okay, so first thing is, in the upper left, we have an image from this book. So let's find one that we like. I like that one. I just don't know if the colors will go with the colors of the roses. I also like this nice lady. And then, let's see, there's Mama bathing a little kid now. Oh, look at that. They're playing. They're having fun with dough or something. I kind of feel like she matches the colors here. But do not despair, because we're going to use her. I really like this one here as well. So I'm going to set her aside. We're going to tear out this nice lady with the little girl. I don't know if that's her nanny or her mother or just what. Also, the nice thing about this this book is it does have a lot of quotes. Like this one from Barbara Bush. The darn trouble with cleaning the house is it gets dirty the next day anyway, so skip a week if you have to. The children are the most important thing. That is so true, Barbara. I loved her. Loved her pearls, loved her personality, her attitude. It was all good. She's a neat lady, wasn't she? Okay, I hope that I have my decal edge scissors. I do not. One moment. These are the Fiskars scissors with the decal, but I also grabbed out the ones with the postage stamp. If you see these in a thrift store, snap them up. I don't know if they still make these or not. Anyway, because then we can make it look like a giant postage stamp. So that's what we're gonna do today. Start with that. I feel like I'm talking hyper fast and very disorganized. So I hope that's not the case, and if it is, I apologize. I will try to rein it in. You know, sometimes I think about what I'm going to say in advance, and so I have conversations in my head a lot with you guys, but you don't know. I gotta grab my inker. There we go. You don't know because you're not here with me. So by the time I get to the video, sometimes it's, even though I had it all planned out and been thinking all day about what I was going to say, then I turn on the camera and I go a little brain dead. It's goofy. Okay, so that had some book page underneath it, and I have plenty of that rattling around over here. Lots and lots of pieces. So which one do I want? I've also been playing around doing like these little music tags. I was watching Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah, and she did some of these. I don't remember how old the video was, like a year ago or something. So anyway, we've got lots to play with today. Whatever I don't do on camera, I'll just keep going because I'm just having so much fun getting my creativity, you know, just exercising my creativity. I like this one. That's kind of cool. So let's put that there. And then, oh, I see. I had one that went across, but that's all right. We don't have to do that. Then I had some lace back in here, so we can do any color we want. Let's see what we got. I pulled out a bajillion laces, and I don't know if we want one with some color to it or if we want one that, like this. This is one that I coffee dyed a long time ago. I just did the whole thing of it because it was so pretty. So if I put that behind there, is that too beige? Probably. Probably is. Let's see, what have I got? I don't want to take too long messing around with this. Question, is this one too white? And where's my little dish with the doodads on it? I try to always have a little dish nearby just to set like the pins and things in so I don't lose track of them. I see a lot of crafters, they say, oh, where did I put the pin? Where did I do this, that, and the other? And then they can't find it. Now this one I found at a thrift store, and I really liked this eyelet edge to it. So is that too white against the beige? I like the juxtaposition of white, beige, but I guess we'll get some color in it when we add the other flowers and things. So now the problem with not having book page over here is that when I put stickers on, they may not pop as much. But you know, sometimes if you have a design that you really like, you can just copy it. So I have lace over here, but then I have lace here. Oh ho, oh ho, oh ho. All right, so I could do that one there. And do this one along the edge. I don't have the right pink, I don't think. Hold on. I did get one out. Where are you? Ooh, and I have, sorry, I just have so many. I have this one. You see that one? I have this one, and I have, excuse me, excuse my reach and my crinkles. I think this is the one I want. I have this one. It's a really pretty ivory. So let's do that one. I like it. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so let's do that with the lace instead of with the book page. What do you guys think? Does that sound like a plan? So yeah, you can piggyback off your own ideas and still alter them and change them around a little bit and reproduce them. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty. Pretty, pretty. Okay, what I want to do though is trim up that edge, and I'm going to make it a little wide because that means that now I have a snippet there to hide under something. And then we'll go across about yay far. And then I'm going to have to find a new pin to hold this roll of lace together. Let's see now. Do top one of that. That's just gonna have to wait. I'll do that later. Okay, so let's put this here now. And let's put her here. And yeah, I like it. And then we'll find something for down here. I feel like she's either too tall or too short. I mean, too high or too low in relation to where the lace is. So I guess that lace, the lace piece that I used on the original one did kind of come up and out. So let's do that with this lace. And then I need to glue her down this part so far. So I have a variety of glues. I have the art glitter glue. I should actually be using up the rest of my Elmer's glue. I'll do that next because it's a paper to paper, and I need to use up the bottle. It tends to warp a little bit. I like the art glitter glue for all those fine spaces, you know, in the little tiny spaces and places that you need to glue. Let's put the pin back in. Oh, I did not get out a wet wipe. What are the chances we can do this whole thing without needing one? I would say they are slim to none. Slim to none. Oh, I have this pretty lace too. It's a hem lace, but it's narrower. It's not the 1/2 inch. I don't know what it is. It didn't say, but I can tell it's narrower. I'm going to open this too really fast. There we go. Edit out the crinkle. Yeah, that one. One time I opened one of these old ones and it came with a free pin in it. I thought that was cool, a straight pin. Oh, ooh, look at that. Look at that. It folds. It was folded in half, but there's the design on it. Oh, that's neat. That means I can really tuck this underneath something. Ooh, 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 ooh. Cool. Okay, sorry. Moment of excitement there. Now, I need to do some Fabri-Tac. Excuse my reach. It's like we're at the dinner table, isn't it? I'm going to put some on the back of this. Teddy bears. What? Teddy bears what? Teddy bears shouldn't sit in closets when there's a child around who will love them. Janet Daly, 1944, American writer. Oh, 1944, that's when my mom was born. Huh. I like that. Teddy bears shouldn't sit in closets when there are children around who can love them. She is absolutely right. Uh-oh, which way's up? That way was up. Okay, this is the back side. Wouldn't it be nice if we could play music in the background, but we can't. Copyright strikes. I guess I could add it in the background, but I don't think I want to on this video, unless I speed it up. If I end up speeding it up, I'll add music. Okay, so that was there. And this lady is right here. Okay. Yeah, my glue is splurping. Look at him. It's oozing out. Geysering, I might say. While he's geysering, let me digress from what I'm actually doing here at the moment. And, which one was that? Yeah, I'm gonna do an idea here that I've had in the back of my head while I was playing around. And I had that Simplicity ribbon that has the ladies, and I cut one of the ladies out. Can you see that? Or do I have glare? I'm sorry if I have glare. So I cut her out, and then I have this just scrap of fabric, and I just thought she'd be really pretty bumped up against this flower, but maybe my flower is too something, too wide, too something. Oh, my stomach is growling. I'm sorry. I did eat dinner before I did this. Maybe it's digesting. Apologies if that sounds too gross. Anyway, the whole point is so I can use up the geysering glue. Actually, I think I like that on that side, and I like her here. Now, one thing I want to do, actually I don't like it on that side. What am I trying to accomplish here? Okay, she needs to face that way. I find myself kind of getting in a rut sometimes about which way I face everything. Okay, if I was going to do it that way, I need to do it this way. Which direction everything faces. And so I'll find myself lining things up here and then putting the focal point here. And it's easy to just kind of make the same thing over and over and over again, but I don't want to do that. I want it to be a little bit different. Okay, geyser. The geyser is gushing. So I'll have to put the cap right back on after this. And I'll let you drip over the lady who needs glue, just in case. I wonder if I'm going to wish that I had something under this. That's what I wonder. I might wish that. I like that she's green and this is pink, and I kind of like how the colors go together. So if I was going to put something under there, where'd that lace go? Could I do something soft like this and lay her on top? Could I do that? Let's see how you look, ma'am. What do you guys think? Yes, no? Yes, no, maybe? I'm not sold on it. What if I only did a little piece like this? Because I have this snippet. And I could cut off the ruffle part, the part that's gathered, making it ruffle so that it lays flat. Because personally, I like to work more with flat lace than with ruffled lace. Here we go. Here we go. Now there she is. And then, yeah. How does she look? We can still put like words or something else up there. Okay, I like that. We're doing it. I'm gonna lay down some glue under here because this edge has to glue down anyway. Lay this down. Which way's up? Which way's up? Sorry, if I'm out of frame, it's because I need to see what I'm doing. Myopic me needs to know what's going on. Let's scoot that up. Okay, I want you to lay in the glue as much as possible. I feel like I'm all fumbly fingered. When I get on camera, my fingers get all fumbly. I guess probably because I'm trying to hurry. Which I shouldn't, but I also don't want every video to be, you know, an hour and a half long, because I don't like to watch them when they're consistently that long. I feel like I don't have time to watch all the videos that I want to, and right now I definitely don't have time to watch videos much, so I'm trying to get my mileage out of my time. Money's worth out of my viewing. Okay, I like that. I really like the green with the pink. I don't know what you guys think, but I really like that. So I have a project in mind. I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't know if the recipient may or may not be watching. But it was just, you know how you get an idea and then you just want to run with it, and you get these random wild hairs as a creative person. And so that's what I have, and now I'm itching to do the project. In addition to itching to do all of these, I'm grabbing a wet wipe. Or two. I went to the store today, and I wish that I had remembered to get more baby wipes. Okay, we're getting all the glue off of there. The globs. Globs of glue. Okay, you know what else? I had this random little snippet. I don't know that it will look good on here at all. Probably won't. No. Wrong style, but it might. No. Well, maybe that might go with that. Might go with this picture later. Look at that. Okay. Okay. I need a paper clip. Paper clip. Okay, I'll use a binder clip. I like to clip things together as I'm remembering them. And those are going to end up on this alterations tag, which is if you're looking, it's the third one over if you're looking at that picture. Maybe I should reinsert it again. Okay, so those are going to go together. Now, okay, sweet lady, So she just went in a completely different direction on this, what is this called? Like a luggage tag than what I actually had on the luggage tag. And that's fine. You know, that's totally fine. We can do that. And yet it works. I had the idea, so I laid it down really fast. Okay, back to this person. I'll come back and work on her in a bit. Back to this nice lady. I need to see what I'm doing. So she's going to move closer to me, and I hope I'm not shaking the camera. I apologize. And I don't know if I should zoom in or not, because then I might really be out of frame. There we go, just a skosh. Just a teensy bit. Okay, so she still needs a flower. Okay, so I pulled out all kinds of everythings here. All kinds of everythings. Because I don't think I have that exact same flower, or did I? Maybe I put it away. Sorry, I'm reaching through my basket. Boy, howdy, guys, the mess. The mess is just incredible. And then I found more things. We got all kinds of stuff. So what can we use for this dear lady as her flower? And then I still have this that I'm still trying to use because it was the background piece that I got when Lori at Positive Thanks Living was sending me items for the Hope Journal, and she'd had this cute little charm attached to it, and I took off the charm and put it elsewhere, but I still want to use this on something. I am determined. I will prevail. Okay. So let's find a flower to put down there of some sort, or even, I don't want to stamp because then the images will compete unless it looks like a basic postage stamp. So the reason that worked up there was because the pattern wasn't as bold and busy with the big flower. But this pattern is bold and busy, and I think a sticker, yeah, that's not the right color scheme. A sticker might melt into the background too much. This has a punch out. Let's punch it out. Ooh. Well, the colors are fine, but the kind of flower is not. I really love the delicacy of those flowers there. And because I had stitched this originally here, I may cover that up along the bottom instead of along the side. But I also have stitch lines over here. So, no. What are we going to use, guys? You probably see it, and I probably don't. I want a rose. I want something that will stand out. Like, this is yellow. I have to refresh. This is yellow, and it will go, it'll go over here with this one very nicely. So let's do that. See, I'm finding stuff for the wrong one. Okay, just digging, continuing to dig. Kind of like that. How does that look to you guys? Let me look in my camera. Looks like it might melt in, but then again, it might not. This tiny little butterfly. Ooh-wee! What a mess, what a mess, what a mess. Okay, what's at the bottom of this pile? Well, there's this little piece. That kind of, it blends in, but it kind of, it's got the right vibe. No, too samey. There's this. Nope, not liking it. There's this. Look at that. Maybe her name is Beatrice. This is Beatrice, ladies and gentlemen. Beatrice, right here, with her young charge. This came off of a clothing tag, believe it or not, and I can hide that one little, can hide this little part under the lace, I think. Maybe not. I could put another flower there. Oh, I like Beatrice. Yay. Okay, so see, it's not a flower, but it is a something. Of course it is. I needed something to put these in. I mean, I have something. I pulled them out of a something, but the something is very full. And also, I'm wondering if this button could go there. Yes, I like it. I like it. Dear me. Okay. Yeah. So Beatrice, my dear little, should I make Beatrice go that way or this way? So see how you can have one idea that works really well one way and then piggyback off of it and do something completely different, even though you have the same basic format. It's fun. Okay, this is a good one for the art glitter glue right here. Dish. Okay, wow. Lots of parts to glue down on this one. I don't remember if I used the back to this or not. And I may have talked about this in a video that you haven't seen yet, but I've already recorded because I really don't remember. I tried to have some pre-done, but then I got some more ideas. And I really don't want to miss any weeks for you guys when we do our remodel and stuff. I'm starting to feel kind of pressured right at the moment. And yet, I'm really excited to do all this stuff. It's going to be fun. Okay, we're going to overlap you like that. And where's, ugh. Dab, 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 dab. Soak up some glue. So I'm trying to kind of wipe it without tearing up that little tiny cutout. But now I'll just dab at it and blot it, dry it with this. Okay, now I have to remember I'm supposed to put words on there, so if I put a button there, where will we put the words? She's looking very lovely. Out of curiosity. Nope, too tall. Nope, 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 nope. So many pretties, so little time. Okay, do I want thread in that, or shall we just leave that like that? You. Or, there's always an or. I have another idea here as I'm looking at things. Okay, so stuff from my friend Lori E. Hello, Lori E. I'm seeing these pretty leaves, which I could lay up here. Would that be pretty? Would that look nice up there? I mean, without the wires attached? Maybe not. Maybe not quite. But this is a good idea I had. Okay, so what I was going for was this little flower, also from Lori. Does that look okay? That one's got some sparkle. This one does not. There's one almost, I wish I knew where you got these, but you probably had them for a while. Look at that. Yeah. Maybe. Oh, that butterfly is going the wrong way. Nope, not you, butterfly. But maybe that could go up there. Is that flat? Yeah, it will be when I spread it out. It will be when I spread it out. Sorry if I'm talking too softly. I'm trying to be conscious so I don't do that. Oh, hold the phone. I forgot we had these darker ones. Those will work. These would work underneath the button. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Here, I want them to kind of twist together so that I can get the idea of what I'm doing here. Okay, minus the wires, of course. The wires are not there, but then we glue them down and have the button right here. What do you think? What do you guys think? Still not getting any words in there. I still have to do lace down there. Oh, no I don't. I can do this pretty ribbon. This is from my daughter's wedding 6 years ago. Look at that. It just makes the background colors pop, doesn't it? I should have Beatrice's letter B over it, but I don't. It's not going to work that way. What do you guys think? Yep. All right. I hear something. What do I hear? It's not my dog beating her tail. Oh, what if I did the pink one? Would the pink be prettier? Would that? Also from my daughter's wedding. No, that just doesn't do the right thing for it. Chloe, are you under my table bumping your tail? No. Okay, I really don't know what I'm hearing. That's weird. Okay. Weird, but not really that weird. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this down towards me a little bit so I can see better what I'm doing, which means I will zoom out a skosh so that you can see that I can see what I'm doing. Yep. Yeah, these are just the right color. And I have had a lot of fun using them because I haven't seen anything quite like that before. I'm going to let that overlap or extend over the edges, and then I will trim it down in a minute so that I know that it goes exactly side to side. And now I'm snipping off the wires, off camera, out of frame. Okay. That's the right side. Yeah, okay. Want that one to go that way, I think. I want that one to go that way, I think. And this one to go that way. And then this one, you know, I could sit here and put thread in it, but I just don't really want to. I think the button is quite lovely without the thread, and up against the green it pops, so I don't think it needs the threads in it. Look at that, guys. Look what we're doing. Look what we're making. Okay, let's pop this over and trim those off really fast. Oh, there we go. These are not these are the paper scissors, so they can be a little dull when it comes to cutting fabrics and textiles. Oh, wow. Okay, let's find some words. I use the black words. So this is a Tim Holtz thing, Small Talk, and this is the only one I have of these. Okay. How about... There is nothing like a dream to create the future, because it looks like they're dreaming here, and she's the future and she is the present. And they are dreaming together. Or we could collect beautiful moments, but since our muse over here has the words cut apart. Okay, there is nothing like a dream to create the future. Beatrice. Okay, and since those are going on fabric, back out with this guy. And I didn't put my pin back in my art glitter glue, which we're going to regret later when the glue doesn't come out. It's already congealing. There we go. Sorry for the sniffles. It is allergy season, pretty much every season of the year. There's always a lot of dust around here. A lot of stuff being stirred up right now. So much construction continuing. And yeah, there's nothing like a dream to create It's kind of crooked, isn't it? I'm going to fix that one at the top. I don't like the angle. Here we go. There is nothing like a dream to create the future. Here, I want you in between. And you to stick out maybe a little more. To create, I guess I just have to fiddle with it. To create, no, I like the future there. I like to create here, so you are the problem. There. Let's see. I'm not liking where that one is positioned. A little more glue, please. I'll just line them all up, I guess, like that. There we go. There is nothing like a dream to create the future. Good gravy. How much time did all that take? 44 minutes. Is that because I've been dinging around? Okay. Well, I got sidetracked too, didn't I? I did the other lady first, and then I had to find stuff. Okay, so here's this. We're going to hurry, but we're going to take our time. We're going to hurry and take our time at the same time, guys. Oh, I like that. So now if you look at it, it's not exactly identical to the original, but it's a nice complement to the original. Although I don't have the original. Sabra does. That's okay. That's fun. Okay, good. One in 44 minutes. But this one got started. But now I'm going to move over to this one because I do have all the elements for this. We're going to decal this. Where are my scissors? Decal. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the pace. I'm gonna just keep going. I'm really gonna regret it later when I try to upload and all that, but maybe I will speed up and then you guys can just watch me work without all the talking. Because you see what I'm trying to do. Yeah, you guys see what I'm trying to do, and we'll just keep working because I don't want to quit right now, you know? Okay. Yeah, here we go. Okay, now I'm going to go to this one, which would be the second one down on the left, and it had a bird. I don't remember if I had a bird or not. What did I have? I have to go digging to remember what I was going to put there. So we're going to recreate that as closely as possible. I know I needed a piece of book page though. Okay, so you can see how in my original example I had a bird, but I don't have any more birds. The one I found that was a stamp goes the wrong direction, but I do have this sticker that I dug out of somewhere. I have no idea where. I think it's a sticker. We'll find out in a minute. Anyway, but it does the same thing because it goes in the same orientation. I don't have the little round doodad up that I had put on the edge of the bird, but I do have this green ticket that picks up the colors, and then I have a stamp, or a sticker that's somewhat similar, and then we can find our words and some lace. So it's not identical, but it's very similar, and I'm seeing a lace here. Okay guys, what do you think? You know what I might do though? Instead of running it along the bottom, see, again, I had the stitching here, and on the last one, I ran it on the bottom instead of the side. So what if I run it on the side instead of the bottom? What if I run it along this side? What do y'all think? So we can just kind of orient it so the ticket sticks up a little more, and this sticks out, and this sticks over, and then we have room for the words or phrase, and then this is just interest with all the little stitch marks, and they were actually pretty straight, so I kind of like it for the texture. I'm gonna do it. We're doing it. Okay, back to the fast forward. everyone. Here we go. I'm going to lay out the ones that we got done. In some ways this was easier because I was copying. In other ways it kind of wasn't. So as you can see, sometimes there was still a struggle deciding what to do. I love this one where I came up with "Come As You Are" as the sticker here, and then I realized I had these sitting on my desk, and so that just brought this whole tag together. So let me lay them out, and then I will show them to you at the end. I will scroll over them for you. Boy, I think I'm added to the mess on my desk. I really, really did. I like this one. I'm a little bummed because the doily stamp kind of got a little too dark, so it cuts off. I mean, it covers up that this is Mother Teresa and truly endless, but at the same time, it still looks really pretty. And also, I was very pleased to finally just come up with something for this, and I think that actually looks pretty. So now it's an embellishment, not necessarily vintage lady themed, but you know, it can be very diverse. I can use that in a lot of things. And then as you saw, some of them, you know, for instance, I had the bird image on a pocket before, but now it wound up on this tag because I didn't have a lady image to put on that tag. And who else do I have left? Is this the last one? Let's put you there and you there. Get all this mess out of the way. I don't know. Okay, it's kind of hard to see them all here in the screen, but like I said, I will, let me bring these up to the camera quickly, and then I will just scroll over them at the end so you can see. Boy, this is a really long video. I'm not going to apologize because I was having fun, and you know, that's really what it's all about. And I just really wanted to keep going. I didn't want to have to stop or feel super rushed. Here he is. I like that this says learning, and then this postage stamp still had the borders from the book of stamps, or that it was taken from. It's got a piece of glue on there. I'm gonna have to get that off. There we go. Yeah, she turned out real cute, didn't she? I'm gonna keep playing because I have more than enough fuel for the fire here on my desk. And then at the very end, you saw me well, this took a while to get placed for whatever reason, and then the black was too dark, but then I remembered I had this lace that matches the leaf color, so I think that really worked. And then finding the right word to go here. But in the end, I really like how it turned out. Let's see, I showed you this one already. Is that all of them? Did I get everybody? Yeah. Did I get this one up close to the camera? There you go. That one turned out really pretty. Okay, so our quote today for the end, I'm going to read some of the quotes that were actually given to me or submitted for the giveaway drawing. And the quote for today is from the winner of that drawing, Sabra Hawkins. And Sabra's quote was, "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose." And that's from Dr. Seuss. I'm not sure which one of his books, but that's from one of the Dr. Seuss books. And I kind of like that because it ties in with this one here. There's nothing like a dream to create the future, and come as you are, and learning. So that's kind of, all of these tags kind of have a similar theme, and that is to steer yourself in any direction you choose. Okay, so with that, everyone, I appreciate you sticking with me for this super duper long video. And of course, as always, if you like the content, I haven't said this for a while, give me a thumbs up, and please leave a comment because that helps the algorithm and helps me show up in your feed. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I would really love it if you do that. And until next week, I'd like you to be inspired and do something creative. Bye-bye. See you next week.